Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10. Yeah, that's right, Season 10, because there was an interview recently with Angela Kang, and she was talking about Beta and his backstory and how we're going to explore it more in Season 10, which is very exciting to hear because Beta is an awesome character. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Alright, shoutouts to comicbook.com. I'll leave the article in the description down below, but they reported saying, The Walking Dead showrunner Angela Kang in Season 10, already officially confirmed by network AMC, will peek under the fleshy mask of Whisper Beta. And then what Angela Kang specifically said was this. She said, "Stay tuned. It may not be right away, but there's another season to come, etc." Kang told Entertainment Weekly when asked if future episodes will reveal Beta backstory after early Apocalypse flashbacks highlighted Alpha's beginnings. Alright, so that's awesome news because like I said in the beginning of the video, Beta's an awesome character and I want to learn more about him. And it looks like The Walking Dead on the TV show, they're doing a much better job, in my opinion, of fleshing out these characters opposed to the comics. And I think it's kind of necessary for a show to do this more than the comics, just because in the show, I'm sure they want to make them feel more human, and I think a backstory is necessary. So according to the comics, before the apocalypse started, Beta was actually a professional basketball player, which I don't think is hard to believe because he is tall as shit. So I do think they are going to bring it onto the show, and I don't think it's going to be a big deal, though, because you know, it's just an occupation. We don't. It's really about their mentality and how, you know, they changed when the apocalypse started. Like with Alpha, but with Alpha, we kind of have an idea now that she was evil even before the apocalypse. Not like full on evil, but she was definitely twisted, right? So they could do the same thing with Beta, maybe. Maybe he was involved in bad things before the apocalypse. But definitely, I think they're gonna do the same thing where, you know, early on in the apocalypse, they're gonna show Beta and, you know, how he was adjusting to the new world and essentially being a bad person. Angela Kang also added this, saying, "We definitely have very clear ideas of what Beta was doing before the apocalypse in those early years and things. Ryan and I have had some of the greatest conversations about it. Obviously, creator Robert Kirkman has had his ideas in the comics as well." So based on that, maybe they won't go with the basketball thing, but again, the basketball thing isn't that important. It's just an occupation. I think it's more of a mentality thing that they want to explore. And she did mention before the apocalypse, so hopefully, I would love to see flashbacks before the apocalypse because, you know, I remember the one we had way back in season 2 of Shane, and you know, when Shane and Lori and them met Carol on the highway. I love that. You know, hopefully we get something similar like that. I mean, with Alpha, we got like day 23, which is very early on, which is really awesome. But I would love to see like pre-apocalypse stuff also sometime in the future. And this is what Ryan Hurst himself said about Beta's backstory. He said, "I had a really wild idea that I brought to the table, and we had a few meetings about it, and where we landed is somewhere I'm very happy about. But yeah, his backstory is solidified, and hopefully we'll start to see little bits of it at some point. But I can't tell you more than that. It's cool, and that's all I can say." So pretty cool how he helped develop his own character in a way. And I think, you know, with The Walking Dead, we see a lot of like actors who do such a great job, you know, portraying their characters and bringing their characters to life. And I think it's because, you know, the writers are actually very open to them helping them develop their characters. And, you know, one of the best things about The Walking Dead, in my opinion, is the characters, right? Like, the story can sometimes be a little wacky here and there at times, but other than that, you know, the characters are actually very, very good. And, you know, I think, you know, I love how everybody kind of works together to bring the characters to life, even the actors, and I think it makes for, you know, a great character. Based on these interviews, I do think the show is going to come up with its own backstory, which is pretty cool because I do like it when the show adds its own things, because that way we get like two different perspectives of the story, like Robert Kirkman's original and then now Angela Kang. So I'm excited for this. Season 10 looks to be really interesting because we got the Whisper War, and then also, you know, Beta's backstory, Maggie possibly returning, and then we're going to see what happens to Michonne. So very exciting stuff. I mean, Michonne leaving is maybe not that exciting, but I'm interested to see how she leaves, and hopefully we get some sort of indication for Rick. So Season 10 is already looking pretty good, but I am going to leave it off there. Just quickly wanted to share this information with you guys. Let me know in the comments down below, you know, what ideas and what do you want to see in the flashbacks. Like, I know one thing I would love to see is Beta and Alpha meeting for the first time. I think that's like very necessary, but because they definitely have a good connection, right? So I want to see how they met early on in the apocalypse. So again, leave all your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. And for more Walking Dead content just like this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.